What if I told you that in 2025, you could practically steal your next RV? Not just a few bucks, but genuinely tens of thousands of dollars simply by knowing where to look.
And better yet, what if I told you that you could slash those soul crushing yearly taxes that chip away at your adventure fund?
It's a secret that the RV industry doesn't want any of us to fully understand. RV Geographic Arbitrage. And 2025, with the current market, it's an absolutely best year to master it. We're going to show you exactly how. Hey everyone, I'm John.
And I am Rhonda.
And this is Our New Front Porch, where we pull back the curtain on the real RV life, the good, the bad, and the surprisingly profitable. Today, we're diving headfirst into one of the most common and frankly most frustrating questions we get. How do I get the best deal on an RV without absolutely getting fleeced? For years, we've watched friends and ourselves early on pay way too much because we didn't understand the power of geographic arbitrage.
It sounds like something only a Wall Street broker would know, but it is quite simple. It means leveraging the economic differences between places to save big bucks. Think about it. Why is a gallon of milk cheaper in some towns than others? Supply, demand, taxes, and the local market conditions. That same principle, but on a massive scale, applies to RVs, and the savings, they're life-changing.
And in 2025, with the interest rate starting to plateau and in some cases even dip, with dealers sitting on unprecedented amounts of unsold inventory from previous years, this strategy isn't just smart, it's absolutely essential. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which states to target for your purchase and why and how to spot those prime negotiating opportunities. We're talking about saving not just thousands, potentially tens of thousands on your next rig. First up, let's talk about the cold, hard numbers you can fix before you even drive off the lot. These are your fixed costs, and they are often overlooked.
Specifically, sales tax. This is the big kahuna. It is the easiest money to save right out of the gate.
Imagine buying a brand new $100,000 RV. A 10% sales tax means an extra $10,000 vanishing from your bank account before you even had the first cup of coffee in it. But what if you could pay zero?
Like in Delaware, Montana, New Hampshire, and Oregon, those 4 states, zero statewide sales tax on RVs. Period. End of story for that specific cost.
If you're serious about an immediate upfront cash savings, your first thought should be about purchasing in one of these states. It's truly a no-brainer for immediate impact on your budget. But here's the crucial caveat, and this is where most people get tripped. You still need to register your RV, and that's where your home state's use tax comes in. We'll talk about how to navigate that in a bit, but for now, understand the purchase and negotiating sales tax is step 1.
Okay, so you have strategically nailed the sales tax on the purchase. Gold star for you. But what about the sneaky cost that keeps coming back to haunt you every single year? The personal property tax.
This one can really sting over the years. We're talking about an annual tax based on the value of your RV. It's essentially a tax on simply owning it. And unlike sales tax, which is a one-time hit, this one's coming year after year after year.
And another powerful dealing point, Montana, South Dakota, and Texas explicitly do not charge personal property tax on RVs.
Think about it for a moment. Over 5 to 10 or even 15 years, those annual savings really add up. Imagine if you could save $1,000 a year. That's $10,000 over a decade. What could you do with that money? That's a brand new set of tires, a significant solar upgrade,
Or a really nice dinner for two and a mountain of gourmet dog treats for Jazzy. She's already got her eyes on that.
She's always thinking with her stomach. But a very important word of caution here. Some states, like Virginia, have SITUS laws, SITUS laws, meaning even if you register your RV elsewhere to avoid personal property tax, if your primary keep and use is in Virginia for a certain period, they might still try to tax you. This is where you must do your homework for your specific situation. This strategy is for those who are generally mobile or willing to establish legal residency in one of these tax-friendly states. The key is legal and primary domicile. We'll link in the resources below in the description to help you investigate further for your specific situation. This isn't financial or legal advice, just a smart strategy based on our research and experience. All right, now for the truly fun part, finding deals on the actual price of the RV. This is where the market arbitrage comes into play and why 2025 is a golden opportunity.
It's all about supply and demand, pure economics. For the last couple of years, RV manufacturers have been pushing units to dealers faster than people are buying them.
That means there is an overproduction of hangovers, lots of 2022, 2023, and even 2024 models still sitting on lots. And guess what? Even some 2025 models are piling up because the demand isn't keeping pace with the production.
And dealers hate holding on to old inventory. It costs them money every single month in carrying costs, especially with the elevated interest rates we have been seeing. Every day an RV sits, it's costing them money.
This, my friends, is your leverage. They want those units gone, which means fire sale time for you.
We are seeing a huge retail sales decline in specific, often overlooked markets. For example, in February 2025, Worthington, Indiana, shockingly saw an 81% drop in RV sales.
Or Liberal, Kansas, with almost 89% decline in May.
Dealers in these areas, they're desperate. They're going to be far more willing to give you a massive discount, accept a lower offer, and be flexible with trade-ins. They just want to move the inventory.
So, don't just look for dealers in your backyard. Look for the sick markets, the ones with low demands and high inventory. That's where the real deals are hiding, often away from major population centers. We've compiled a list of some of the top known declining markets right now, based on recent data in the description below. So check that out and start your deep dive.
Even Jazzy knows a good deal when she sees one. She just cannot tell you about it.
And here's another key point combining with this market pressure: interest rates. They've been high, making RVs even more expensive to finance. But forecasts show the Federal Reserve is likely to start cutting rates in the second half of 2025.
That means cheaper financing for you. If you can time your purchase with a dip in the interest rates, that is another layer of savings.
So if you combine a zero sales tax state for purchase, a state with no personal property tax for registration, a dealer in a distressed market overflowing with inventory, and a favorable interest rate, you're looking at the ultimate RV deal in 2025. This isn't just about saving a few bucks. It's about making a strategy smart purchase that will literally put thousands of dollars back into your pocket. This is how you fund more tips and more upgrades and more memories.
All right, let us be brutally honest. Some people try to game the system without truly understanding the rules. You can buy an RV in a no sales tax state, but that does not magically make your home state sales tax or use tax disappear.
This is crucial. If you're a resident of Minnesota and you purchase an RV in Montana, Minnesota will almost certainly charge you a sales tax when you register that RV in your home state. Most states have what they call a use tax, which essentially the sales tax you would have paid if you bought the item in your home state. It's designed to prevent residents from having a big ticket item like RVs, cars, or boats in states with lower or no sales tax just to avoid paying their home state tax.
So while Montana does not have a sales tax, Minnesota does. When you bring that RV back to Minnesota and try to register it, they will ask you for proof that the sales tax was paid. Since it was not paid in Montana, Minnesota will collect its sales tax or use tax, as they call it in contact, from you. This is where people get caught, thinking they have found a magic loophole when it is just a deferred payment.
The true arbitrage play here, especially with sales tax, is for those willing to change their legal domicile to one of those tax-friendly states. States like South Dakota, Texas, or Florida are popular for RVers precisely because they offer favorable residency laws that allow you to establish domicile there. This usually involves getting a driver's license, registered vehicles, and sometimes setting up a mail forwarding. It's a commitment, but for full-timers or long-term travelers, it can be a massive financial win.
So if you're planning to hit the road full-time, consider the legal and practical implications of changing your domicile to a state with zero income tax and favorable RV tax laws. That is the real long-term play for the maximum savings. Otherwise, focus your immediate savings on finding those distressed market deals on the RV itself, because you will still likely owe sales tax to your home state. We will link some great resources on establishing RV domiciles in the description as well.
So, what does all this mean for your RV buying strategy in 2025? It means you have more power than ever.
You could absolutely get an amazing deal. Do not be afraid to travel to a zero sales tax state like Montana or Oregon for the purchase, but understand your home state's use tax laws.
And if you plan on holding onto your RV for years or are serious about full-time travel, researching and potentially establishing domicile in these states like South Dakota, Texas, and Montana to avoid those ongoing personal property taxes, that's a significant long-term win.
Most importantly, do your homework on the local RV market. Look for those areas with declining retail sales and those packed RV lots. Those are your golden ticket to negotiating power. Ask about models that have been sitting for a long time.
Remember, that's overproduction hangover. It's still very real. Focus on 2022, 2023, and 2024 models, or even overproduced 2025. Those are the units dealers are desperate to move. They are itching to clear space for the 2026 models.
We were honestly very frustrated when we first started RVing and realized how much extra money we would spend on taxes and over-negotiated prices that we did not need to. We want to empower you to avoid those same mistakes.
The true aha moment is that you have more power as a buyer than you think. You just need the right information, a little bit of geographic intelligence, and the courage to negotiate hard. You truly can save tens of thousands of dollars on your next RV and put that money where it belongs. This isn't just a purchase, it's an investment in your freedom. We want to hear from you. Have you ever used geographic arbitrage or simply traveled to find a better RV deal? Or maybe you've encountered one of these distressed RV markets.
Share your experiences, your tips, and even your horror stories in the comments below. We are building a community of smart, savvy RVers here. Let us learn from each other.
And if you found this information valuable, please hit that button. It tells us to keep digging deep and bringing you more content just like this, helping you navigate the RV lifestyle with more freedom and less financial stress.
Well, John, adventure is calling.
And we must go.
Don't forget to subscribe to our new front porch for more unfiltered RV advice and genuine adventures. You don't want to miss what's coming next.
That's right. We're already planning our next video on why the Montana LLC Corp RV scheme, legal loophole, or is it a felony? You won't want to miss it. It's a deep dive into how to keep yourself out of jail. We'll see you on the road.